It's a rift that some women feel at the salon. Women with short, simple cuts still end up paying more than a man, even if it takes the same amount of time. Well, a new trend of charging by the minute, not gender, aims to change that.
I'll go to work and people are like, oh my gosh, her hair, and it's great, and it's a confidence booster and stuff.
Getting a great cut for anyone can do wonders on your mood.
We're really able to help people express themselves.
At B Suite Salon, giving unique cuts is nothing new, but how they price them is cutting edge.
Our salon is gender-free, especially when it comes to pricing.
Owner Danny B says clients pay by the time spent in the chair, not by their gender.
It's an arbitrary way to price a haircut. It's sexism in a place like where it doesn't need to exist.
On average, women pay about $43 for a cut, while a man pays $28 on average, according to the Beauty Association.
I've been liking the length, so we're not going to cut too much off.
Before coming to Danny, Emily was tired of paying more for her haircuts than her husband was paying for his, even though she says their time in the chair was the same.
Like the price would often go up every year, and it definitely came to a point where I was like, well, I guess I shouldn't be getting my haircut as much because I can't really afford this anymore.
It's not just haircuts that are priced by gender. The pink tax has brought to light the extra money women pay for products such as razors, shampoo, clothes, dry cleaning, and more.
It allows us to see where things are gendered and where they don't need to be.
How have you been?
Hairstylist Avery and Sophia Marie says it's about making everyone feel included.
We have a really unique opportunity to meet people from all walks of life.
Besides giving great cuts, both Danny and Abrian believe equality and inclusion is just as important.
I just hope more companies and salons keep doing this. It's so important, and yeah, it's 2020. It's about time.
A new program is taking dogs from the shelter, even pit bulls, and giving them a new life as police dogs. Monday, how this program is spreading and where you might spot these new dogs.
And this shouldn't be a surprise. It's been cold all day, so we'll stay cold tonight. Skies will gradually clear and that temperature will fall. 24 degrees, that's the way we start our weekend. 50 with lots of sunshine tomorrow, and the wind will be calmer. That's a big deal. As we go through the 4-day forecast, enjoy the dry weekend because you see what happens. We get to our rain returning on Monday, turns wet to start the work week. That's all for the Now Indy. The news continues right now.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
We're here today to announce that Indiana has, in fact, received its first case of coronavirus.
The coronavirus is now in central Indiana.
I have just signed and declared a public health emergency to ensure that the state of Indiana is in the absolute best position to get the federal funding necessary.
Tonight, we're working for you with team coverage.
We are finding the potential impact this could have on you, steps you can take to protect yourself from coronavirus, and what it means for some huge upcoming events.
The News at 6 starts right now. For the first time, a person in Indiana has been diagnosed with coronavirus.
And the man is from Marion County, and health officials say he traveled to Boston and came into contact with people at an event last week where positive cases of coronavirus have been identified.
Tonight, the impact this could have on you, both directly and indirectly, and what you need to know to protect yourself and your family.
We have team coverage tonight. We begin with Nicole Griffin live at Community North Hospital, where the man with coronavirus was treated. Nicole.
Amanda and Mark, tonight the message to hospital staff members and patients here at Community North is don't panic. This is where the patient came last night after feeling symptoms of the coronavirus. After tests were run, this was confirmed as the first case in the state of Indiana. But tonight, leaders here at the hospital are confident that the virus will not continue to spread because of the steps that the patient took before arriving.
The patient and the hospital did everything possible to limit the risk of exposure to other individuals.
Just a day after returning home to Indianapolis from a work conference in Boston, a man developed symptoms of the coronavirus.
A sore throat, low-grade temperature.
State Health Commissioner Chris Bach says the man, who is not being identified at this time, was in contact with people at the event where positive cases have been identified. At 11:30 Thursday night, he arrived at Community Hospital North.
Once he came, he stayed only in the parking lot. At that time, our caregivers, dressed in the appropriate infectious disease precaution material, received him.
Hospital staff members were prepared and ready to respond because the patient called the State Department of Health before arriving.
He was taken back to an isolation room through a different side entrance, not in contact with any other individuals.
He was there until 2:30 a.m. while tests were being completed. It was then confirmed as the state's first presumptive positive case of coronavirus. The patient was then transferred to a private location where he is now in isolation. The Marion County Health Department will now be asking the following questions to determine who else could have been exposed to the virus.
What flight did you fly in on is very important. Where were you staying? Who did you have contact with? Did you go to school? Are there children or other individuals in the home that could have been exposed?
At the hospital, they are confident because of the steps before the patient arrived that there was a minimal risk of the virus spreading.
Please call ahead first. We do not want an individual contaminating anybody in a waiting room area.
Tonight, that patient is in isolation, but he is not here at the hospital. Exactly where he is located, well, that is not public information. We do know the test results taken here at the hospital will now be sent to the CDC for further testing. Reporting live tonight, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Nicole, thank you for that. Indianapolis is hosting some major sporting events this month, so we are working to figure out how this confirmed case will impact those events and what is being done to keep you safe. RTV6's Megan Sanctorum is live outside of Bankers Life Fieldhouse right now, where the women's Big Ten tournament is currently underway. Megan.
Yeah, Mark, well, that confirmed case of the coronavirus does not seem to be stopping fans here tonight, and leaders with Bankers Life say they are prepared and ready to host. As basketball fans make their way to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, crews here are working hard to keep them safe and healthy. You'll notice signs like this around the building reminding people of basic health and hygiene tips. You'll also see extra hand sanitizer and employees cleaning more frequently.
We're disinfecting and sanitizing all the surfaces that fans touch regularly, doorknobs, handrails, and those types of things. We do that well anyway, but we're just calling in extra staff to be sure we're doing it even more often.
Some here today say at this point, they think that's all you can do.
I think, hand washing and being aware of your environment and taking precautions that they've been posting about when you use the restroom and when you're around others, I think that's enough.
So we always wash our hands and, cough in our arms. It's kind of the common sense type thing. So
leaders here say they are staying in constant communication with the health department, and at this point there is no reason to believe any cancellations or changes to events will be made.
We're taking the advice of the Marion County Health Department and the state of Indiana. At this point, it is their advice that mass gathering events continue, and so we'll continue to stay in touch with them, and we will this situation will continue to evolve, but we anticipate holding all of our events as normal.
We also received a statement from Indiana Sports Corp saying all events will continue as scheduled. We will, of course, let you know if that changes. Reporting live, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
Megan, thanks for that. And a convention that was scheduled to begin at the end of March in downtown Indianapolis has been postponed due to coronavirus popping up across the country. The American Coding Show and Conference was scheduled to take place March 31st to April 2nd at the Indiana Convention Center. Organizers of the event say it will be postponed to a later date in 2020. According to information from Visit Indy, more than 10,000 people were expected to attend the American Coding Show and Conference.
Only on RTV6, the first line of defense against a coronavirus threat is the city's medics. RTV6's Rafael Sanchez filed a report last week with Indianapolis EMS, which says it has enough supplies to handle the calls for help.
These are just a few of the boxes that hold the supplies that could fight something like the coronavirus. We can't tell you where the supplies are stored. Gloves, masks, respirators. But the city tells us they have enough of the supplies to handle an incident for at least a year.
There's enough materials in there with what's on hand and what we know we can still continue to get through our supply chain to take care of our 80,000 patients that we transport for a year. We would not run out of supplies. The COVID-19 protections are essentially identical to the same protections we would use for a bad flu.
The supplies are kept in temperature-controlled areas. They're randomly checked to make sure that they remain effective.
And to stay prepared, and that's probably the hardest part of the game, is staying prepared through the long periods of time where there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So that the day something like COVID-19 pops up and people might be worried, we can assure you we're ready for you.
Indianapolis EMS is working with other agencies across the area to make sure that they're prepared as well. Working for you in Indianapolis, Rafael Sanchez, RTV6.
Well, Indianapolis has 31 ambulances with about 300 medics equipped with the supplies to handle the threat.
The CDC says one of the main ways to protect your health is to regularly wash your hands with soap and water. But if that is not available, the next best thing is to use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Since coronavirus has started to spread, people have been buying a lot of hand sanitizers. Some stores are even running out of stock. We went to some local stores today. Some had hand sanitizer available, some did not. The bottom line, if you are at a place that's out of hand sanitizer, make sure you check another store.
The CDC also says when you wash your hands with soap and water, scrub for at least 20 seconds. The agency says other ways to protect yourself include avoiding close contact with people who are sick. Don't touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you're sick and cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw that tissue away. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray or wipes.
And today we are finding out what daycare centers around central Indiana are doing to protect our children. Early Learning Indiana, which operates day early learning, said they are continuing to monitor the situation and are following guidance from the Indiana State Health Department and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. They are emphasizing good hand washing and the thorough cleaning of surfaces and toys at their centers as a way to limit the spread of all illnesses, not just coronavirus. Their centers are also encouraging parents to keep home any child who is experiencing any illness to help limit the spread. Other area daycare centers are also following the CDC and State Health Department guidance.
Purdue University has created new technology to help detect the coronavirus. Biomedical engineers at the university developed a handheld paper device that can produce results within 40 minutes. It can detect the virus by using a nasal or throat swab and then folding the device. The researchers say the most difficult challenge is manufacturing, which could cost millions.
UIndy, IU, and Purdue are the latest schools to cancel all university-sponsored spring break student travel to international locations. Although the schools put in this change before Indiana's confirmed coronavirus case was announced, IU officials say in addition to exposure risks, travelers could unexpectedly face U.S. and foreign travel restrictions while abroad. UIndy says its policy is in effect at least through the end of May. And we want to take away any confusion about the coronavirus in Indiana, and that's why it's important to make it clear that there is only one agency in this state who can confirm any coronavirus case, and that is the Indiana State Department of Health. And again, the Department of Health has confirmed only one coronavirus case in Indiana at this point.
Only on RTV6, a special episode of 2020 tonight called 2020 Outbreak, What You Need to Know. It's anchored by David Muir with reporting by ABC News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Jennifer Ashton talking about coronavirus, which is spreading around the country. This 2-hour special begins at 9 o'clock only on RTV6. Throughout this process, our goal has been to educate and prepare you, and health officials say the best way to guard against this virus is to learn about it. We've compiled everything you need to know about coronavirus for you in one spot. Just head to the IndyChannel.com/coronavirus.
Well, it's been a cloudy, cold, and windy day. Wind chills started in the teens this morning. A reminder that it's still winter, but we can soon put that chill in the rear view mirror. I'm with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory. And Kevin, what are we tracking for our Friday night and for our weekend?
Dry tonight, up and away with the temperatures by Sunday, so we've got that to look forward to. Still, the coldest hours are tomorrow morning, briefly in the 20s. Then we'll change direction. 32 is the temperature right now in Logansport. We'll begin to see the clearing skies in the western portion of the state. The clouds exit to the east slowly. We're clinging to temperatures at or above the freezing mark, but we will all be united in the 20s as we get Saturday started. 37 in Spencer now, Bedford at 1 degree warmer. Notice the colors here representing the stronger wind gusts. That's really the eastern half of the state. The wind is starting to calm down over Illinois and western Indiana. That will continue to be the trend. The wind calms down and the temperature comes down into the 20s. This is where we start the weekend. But keep in mind, we'll move from that 23 53-degree temperature all the way to 61 by the time we get to Sunday afternoon. Overnight, the wind calms down. Winds tomorrow morning 5 to 10 miles per hour. Remember, sunrise tomorrow, sunset. But look what happens on Sunday after the time change. Sunset not until 7:44 on Sunday, and we should have a good-looking one as well.
And the focus today is on the coronavirus, but the common flu continues to impact far more Hoosiers.
And that tops the RTV6 news feed. The Indiana State Department of Health just released new numbers today showing 87 people have died from the flu this season. That's 18 more deaths than were reported at this time last week. The state says most of the deaths have been in people who are 50 and older, but every age range has seen at least one death, including young children between 0 to 4 years old.
And investigators say a fire that ripped through the now vacant I-70 mobile home park on the southwest side has been deemed suspicious. The Wayne Township Fire Department tells RTV6 these intense flames started just after 6:30 this morning. Firefighters say the 2 mobile homes and the roof of a 3rd unit were all destroyed. Residents who once called the park home had to vacate the property last month. No one was inside the burned units. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Tonight, Duke Energy is warning about a scam impacting its customers. They say a caller falsely claims to be a Duke Energy representative, demanding immediate payment and saying if you don't pay up, your electric service will be disconnected within the hour. The caller will say the payment should come in the form of a prepaid debit card. Duke Energy says it never requires a customer with a late payment to purchase a prepaid debit card or an iTunes gift card. Ignore this scam and don't give out any personal information.
A huge economic announcement, hundreds of new jobs on the way. We will show you where and what kind of work is coming.
Packed as you might expect. Sectional semifinals on the line tonight. We're live at the Mill. Noblesville Carmel, the nightcap. Going to be a big one. John Peckinpah is the head coach at Noblesville. He'll join us live coming up.
Narrative for $269 a month. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Hiring Hoosiers is RTV6's promise to connect you with information about jobs and the education needed to get those jobs.
Yeah, Chrysler announces 200 new jobs in Kokomo, and the company will spend $400 million to repurpose its idled transmission plant in Kokomo to build a new Jeep engine factory. The company said 1,000 Indiana jobs will be retained with new 200 jobs added to support production. Production is expected to begin in the second quarter of 2021. Kevin.
Let's talk about the changes for the weekend. Temperatures will be one big change, but we'll get the sunshine back as well. Just wanted to show you the swirl of snow showers now off to the east. You had a little bit of evidence around this morning of the snow showers, just confirming it was going to be a cold day, and it's certainly been that. As you look at the weekend, we're dry. That's number one. More sunshine, number two, and temperatures respond to that sunshine and a strengthening south wind. The wind will gust again by 20 miles per hour or stronger on Sunday as temperatures push all the way into the lower 60s. As far as what's happening through the late weekend and early next week, wanted to point out it's a dry weekend, but this is Sunday night into Monday, and you'll begin to see the rain shields showing up to our west by the time we wake up Monday morning. Our rain chances will increase throughout the day early next week. Tomorrow, it's about sunshine, and we need that because temperatures mid-20s first thing in the morning, the wind calmer, the south wind at about 10 miles per hour through the day, already by 11 a.m. at 37. Afternoon high temperatures, if you don't make it to 50, you'll be close. Let's put it that way. Temperatures this time of year around 47 degrees. These are base temperatures from which we'll warm up, and Sunday's highs about as warm as we'll be throughout the 7-day forecast, but we have several days that temperatures will be around 60. Sunday wind stronger out of the southwest, gusting over 20 miles per hour once again. That's one of the key ingredients that will increase the temperature. It will bring a few more clouds late in the day. Set the stage for our rain on Monday as the moisture increases. Sunday temperatures 48 at noon, 61 for the afternoon high temperature. We're dry through the day. Sunday temperatures from north to south. Everybody gets to enjoy this. Temperatures close to 60 degrees to the north, lower 60s elsewhere. Early next week, chance for rain at 80% Monday. We'll back off on Tuesday, then see those rain chances rise again as we get to the middle of next week. As far as our temperatures, the mild conditions will come with the rainfall early next week. 60 Monday. Temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday back off just a little bit. I'd say Monday and Wednesday the most likely days for rain next week, but you can see we still have a chance for rain Thursday and Friday, but I don't see any cold air in that forecast. Do you guys?
No, 61 looks good.
All right, just making sure I didn't miss it.
Move forward to it. All right, thanks, Kevin.
All right, Dave's here with sports.
He's live in Noblesville tonight. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, we're live at the mill tonight. I don't know if you can tell behind us. You probably can. Look how packed it is. And people are still coming in. Sectional semifinals in the line. Zionsville and Westfield just underway. Got to see the scoreboard. Zionsville's only up 1. This might be a 1-point game the entire way. John Peckinpah is the head coach at Noblesville. He plays in game 2 against the Carmel Greyhounds, who dispose of Hamilton Southeastern. Good news is you don't have to worry about Hamilton Southeastern. Sure. Bad news is you got to worry about Carmel.
No, without a doubt. Carmel's a well-coached ball team. They're going to be ready to go tonight. We got our hands full with Pete Suter, but it should be a good game. It'll be fun for our guys to play in this atmosphere in the mill. I hope they enjoy it tonight.
Here's the thing. It's kind of snowing outside. Yeah. You know, it's March. We're inside. Sectional. It doesn't get better than this, right?
It doesn't get better than this. Sectional time in Indiana is a special time of the year. It's electric around the school right now. I told our guys this morning and walk through, just take it all in and enjoy it. And try to value each possession tonight.
And you played at Muncie Central, 2-time state runners, so you know a thing or two about high school basketball in Indiana.
Yeah, we had some good runs. Coach Fine, my high school coach, is on my staff, so we've enjoyed some good tournaments back in the day. So we're trying to recreate that here and enjoy it and just kind of cherish every moment we have.
How cool is that, though, to have your coach with you now here at Noblesville?
It's fun, and he does a good job for us. Brings some experience to our staff. It's been good for our guys.
Have fun. Smile tonight.
I'll try.
There's a lot of pressure in this, but it's all good.
Yeah.
John, thanks so much, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Good luck tonight. Take a look at our schedule. We got these 2 games covered for you tonight, as well as a ton of other sectionals covered, including the Columbus North sectional. How about Bloomington North and Bloomington South, hoping to meet tomorrow night in the sectional championship down there. Lawrence Central sectional is no joke. Addicts taking on 3rd-ranked LN, North Central and Warren Central. How about the Shortridge sectional as well? 3A Lebanon, Manual, Chittard versus Brebeuf. Scores, the highlights for it tonight at 11, right here on RTV6 Hoosier Hoop Hysteria. Hey, downtown today, quarterfinals of the Big Ten Women's Tournament, 20th-ranked IU taking on Rutgers. Big day for a couple of players, namely IU's Allie Patberg. She had 28 today. Rutgers, Arella Garantes, a game-high 30. Didn't matter, though. The Hoosiers advanced by 18. 78-60 was the final. They shot 42%. The Hoosiers improved to 24-7. So, how about the first game? Well, IU taking on the winner of that game, number 1. Purdue taking on 6th-ranked Maryland. Sharon Versup and company had their hands full with Tyler Mikesell. Mikesell with 6 threes, poured in 22 points. Stephanie Jones added 14 and 13 rebounds for the Terps. Maryland advances 74-62, so the Big Ten regular season co-champs advancing to the semis for the 6th straight year, and they get IU in the semis tomorrow night again. Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Purdue with 18 wins. Going to have to wait some 10 days to find out their NCAA fate. We'll see if they make it on to ladies' version of the big dance. Sectional semis. Nothing like it. Snow kind of coming down outside. Nice and toasty inside. Scores and highlights at 11. Until then, the news at 6 continues after that.
Prices at Ross. Yes, for less.
Welcome back. It's time for the RTV6 photo of the day. It comes to us from Jim Dell.
Jim took this picture of a bald eagle. Do you see it there? Hanging out in the trees along Fall Creek in Pendleton.
Jim took this photo last fall, and it's not every day that you see a bald eagle, let alone get it on camera. Great picture there. Email your photo of the day to news@WRTV.com.
Awesome. I hope you're not sitting too close to the television, because when I hit this button, watch what happens. Whoa! It'll come and get you. Don't forget to change your clock tomorrow evening.
That'll wake you up.
It came right at you.
Perfect alarm clock, right in the face. You're up and moving. See you at 7.